Welcome to the Mystic Syndicate's A Princess of Celene, a Dungeons & Dragons custom content podcast.
Okay, so we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Mystic Syndicate. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Brian. And this evening, once again, we are joined by our friends from Drunkards and Dragons. And as always, we like to start off with introductions. So you know who we start off with every time?
Me!
I know.
And look, no food this time.
Lies.
I am Melinda. I play Grenna Babbleboots, a gnomish appearing ringdrift.
More lies.
Hi, I'm Mike. I play Kiffi Blackhammer, Dwarven Cleric of Fortubo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ed, and I play Lord Ambassador, Sky Marshal, Tomas Waverly, Guardian of Greyhawk, and purveyor of knowledge throughout the realms.
Hello, I'm
And I'm in a band.
in a band. in a band. All right, I'm Pav. I play Kelex Zelenen and a human paladin of Heironious. Just a simple man.
Simple man who keeps coming back from the dead.
It's simples.
Yeah. I'm Russ. I play Járngrímur töframaður Halldórsson, a fire mage who reads banned books.
And I'm a gnome. Timble Snivenblaven, artist. And sometimes I'm just me. And then I got to deal with these yahoos.
Okay.
Wah.
All right. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you guys very much for once again joining us this evening for another, actually, episode 78 and 79. So, yeah, we're going back to our regular format where we take a little 5-minute break at the halfway point so that people can get libations or go to the bathroom or whatever we have to do. Or as Russ said, having to corral youngins.
No, I said beat children. There's a difference.
Beat children. Okay, I was trying to be a little bit more, I don't know.
Politically correct?
Politically correct. I know that was my fault. Okay, yeah. Beat children. That's what we're all about here at the Mystic Syndicate. Drunkards and Dragons is all about God. Okay. Well, yeah.
First you beat them, then you eat them.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So great. Yeah. So the last time that we were all together, which was last week, which it's pretty good that we actually were able to play 2 weeks in a row.
Especially this time of year.
I know, right? Oh, especially this time of year. That is true. You all were able to return from the Elven Lands and had made your way back to Greyhawk. Actually, you did before you went to Greyhawk. You went to Krakenheim and spent a little bit of time there trying to gather some information on the whereabouts of Toby, your old friend turned foe.
He was never our friend.
Nemesis.
Just because he was in the party. Because he was in the party does not make him a friend.
Okay.
Friendship is earned over time.
and I guess Toby just didn't have enough time to reach that status.
Yeah, you might say his time was short.
Wah, wah.
Fire.
Wow.
It went up in flame.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so yeah, they were able to get to Krakenheim, and after they did a little bit of research there, looking for Toby, they decided to make their way to Greyhawk. Once they arrived in Greyhawk, unfortunately, there was a calamitous event that occurred. There was an earthquake which shook the entire city. many people were harmed inside the Crystal Citadel as the floating discs that people would actually ride up to go to different levels of the Citadel had lost their arcane energy that kept them aloft, and they crashed into the ground. People were trampled. Many people were actually, killed, unalived, as they like to put nowadays. But the team was able to get in there and try to help as many people, saved many people, and then they decided to walk out and see what damage had occurred to the city. Unfortunately, the Talon and Turkey kiosk, the world famous Talon and Turkey kiosk, was destroyed by a large basalt obelisk which had broke through the crust and destroyed the entire kiosk, unfortunately.
And it was covered in food.
Yeah. And then the party decided to try to use magical means to destroy this obelisk, and unfortunately it really did. It came to naught.
Which is 90-some-odd points of damage.
Yeah.
96.
Yeah. They were knocked unconscious by the attack that Kiffi had tried to use his hammer, the God's Hammer, on this obelisk. And in doing so, it released just a tremendous amount of energy, knocking all of the players unconscious, and unfortunately cracking the God's Hammer.
Kiffi, I mean, sorry, losing a weapon like that.
I got a wind spell.
He knows where it's at.
But hopefully your clerics of Fortubo, or your fellow clerics of Fortubo, or your blacksmiths may be able to mend it. But remember, legends aren't made by weapons. They are made by the ones who carry them.
Very well said. While you had been out, you were actually unconscious for 2 days. Yeah, I know, right? You guys were, it knocked you guys for a loop. And while you were out, a message had arrived from Pellak, actually from Vitram Hairfoot, the master thief and assassin who had befriended the party sometime back during the wars between the Ket and Bissell. So those folks who are just coming online this evening who have never seen the show, go back to the beginning. Or if you can't, just go all the way.
Episodes and come back here.
Just go all the way back to episode 1 and 2, and just you can skip 3. 3 was an abomination. Never go there.
What happened?
Oh, was that your voice?
What if it was the monorail?
That was the voice mod from hell. Yeah, so skip 3.
Mickey Mouse.
Go 1, 2,
what episode was the monorail?
4. I think that was 3 or 4.
We lost the monorail.
I know, and trust me, I tried to go back and redo that episode. Tried to do the voiceover work for it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to bother. So I'm just going to tell people, don't listen to 3. It won't help anyway.
Put captions on. That's it.
Yeah. You could do that. Just put captions on. Put on some really nice music. Read the captions. You'd be like, oh. It's cool. So that is where we're at. You had received the message from Vitram that your presence is required at Madame Plum's, the kind of shady, out of the way tavern outside of the walls of Pellak in Bissell.
Hey, I got a question for you, Brian. If we were out for 2 days, does that mean we got a full rest?
Yes. Yeah.
Level up.
I would believe that if you have been knocked unconscious and you've been out for 2 days, you definitely had a long rest. Yes, you have a long rest.
Just making sure.
Did we have two on?
Make sure you.
No.
That brings to mind a comment you made on X, Brian, that Kiffi isn't the right level. What level is Kiffi supposed to be?
17th.
Yeah, are you 17? Or are you still 16?
No, I'm 16. So you were correct.
Wait a minute. Does that mean Kiffi is 16 going on 17?
Where's that mute button?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, now the earworm has happened.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
Someone put Kung Fu Fighter in my ear earlier today.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
So, yeah. Oh, big thanks to folks in the chat. I see that we have a bunch of people on this evening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, Stephen was saying that for that episode was like 2 years ago. For me, it was 2 weeks ago. I guess he actually listened to episode 3. That's a brave man. That's a brave man.
You solve a problem like Squire Tomas.
Yeah, that should be it. We should.
Hey, Stephen, it's Lord Ambassador now. That was long ago. You got to get with the times.
Yeah, we should just remake the Sound of Music with these characters.
Well, I mean, he is only 2 weeks ago. Were you even in episode? I know. When did Thomas show up?
Okay, so I'm supposed to say I'm Squire Thomas. I'm incorrigible.
So Tomas showed up I think right after Toby died. It was like I think there was like one episode, it was like episode Toby died, and then boom, in came Tomas. I could tell you what it is because I actually named the podcast was the Fall and Rise of Toby Wildseed is the name of the podcast episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah,
wow.
Look for that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right next to Frodo Nine Fingers in the Ring of Doom.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Is it a Prince Albert thing?
No. Before we go anywhere, Kiffi is going to go to the Temple of Fortubo and make a penance, and he is going to leave the hammer in care of the priests there.
Okay.
And I think I have sufficient pull within the church to command a 24-hour vigil of like a prayer of atonement and requesting of aid and stuff. So that's what he'll do, and then he's gonna try to borrow a hammer because he doesn't have a weapon now.
Actually, Kiffi, I think I still have my +2 if you want it.
Needing a hammer.
Yep.
Well, okay, fair enough.
All right, yeah.
Problem solved.
All right,
Okay.
cool. I know can't replace your God's hammer, but hopefully this will do. I don't know how to put it over to you. It's just a hammer +2, Warhammer +2.
Yeah, I got one. I
right.
can do it.
All right.
Hey, heads up, Brian. Never mind.
Yeah, he's back. Okay. So yeah, you're able to do that, Kiffi. You walk in, you talk with the local priest here. Of course, he looks stunned that that something that actually forged by the gods wasn't really easily destroyed, but you're just very surprised that the amount of damage that it took. And as you're talking with him, both of you realize that the hammer probably took most of the damage that could have been dealt to all of you. So the hammer actually saved everyone. Because if it had delivered, it might have killed most of you.
We have backup
done
characters.
that.
Yeah, backup characters.
Ready?
No.
No, it was
Actually,
just
Brian-
revisionist history. We would have been fine either way.
Oh, really?
Been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
I'm just going to say that thing probably had 10 lair actions. So
So I guess I got a question. Was there any damage to the obelisk at all from that?
None whatsoever.
That's a brave man.
Only would have been a problem if we were in its lair and it was using its lair
Legendary
action.
lair action.
Didn't we have a conversation on X about lair actions this week?
Probably.
Oh, Brian, don't forget, Grenna was going to go meditate and see if she could contact the other side to see if they were experiencing things over there.
Okay. Yeah, most likely what you can do, Grenna, is it's not really a matter of communing. I mean, if you want to, it would be easy enough for you to actually get to the Feywild in a timely manner. The only problem is, remember how time is a little wonky. You could be gone for a while. So most likely it would be easier for you if you went to a place that actually had one of either the life tree or the tree of death. If you were at the life tree, it would probably be easier for you to call something forth from the Feywild. Most likely it would be either your sister or some other Fey being that would be able to give you information. But you just can't really just sort of meditate on it. You actually have to be near some way for one of these creatures to step out from the veil. And
don't you have a pet that you can maybe send?
Not anymore. He ran away. I have no idea where the bear went. And Bubbles is off doing something else.
Okay. Anybody else?
Whilst I'd requested that the airship go to Krakenon, has any messages come to me as well? Because now we're moving around, we'll still pick it up at Krakenon, but maybe we've got something there. Transportation.
We're about to go to Pellak without an airship.
But we want an airship, Russ.
No, you want an airship. I just want to get to where we need to go.
So there was actually one other place that we heard that one of these obelisks had appeared, correct?
That there had been they have been appearing along ley lines that correspond with as we had talked about before, the stones, the Fey stones that allow people to travel back and forth between the Veil of the Fey and the Prime Material Plane. You know that they're appearing along those same lines, and you have heard that they have been appearing in other lands. And of course, a ley line at this juncture where you're at right now is perfect because the Crystal Citadel literally is bisected by one of them, which is this one. So,
I know your conclave and your fellow wizards have much to do, fixing what's been damaged. But do you think they could reach out to their cities and ask if any of these obelisks have appeared? Maybe they can start mapping them where they're at.
Well,
when we map them out, do they all correspond to places we've been?
Well, that's what we need to find out, right?
No, they are appearing all over the Flyness. In places that you've never been to, like you've never been to Valuna, you've never been to. There's some other places that that they've
does
been appearing.
Or does the conclave have by chance a map that identifies where all the ley lines are at?
Yeah, I mean you can get a ley line map. That's easy enough. I mean they have these maps. Yeah, the Rabot brothers would definitely have one. They're easy to find because druids use them primarily when it comes time for their high holy days, where the veil is thinnest. That they can actually commune with those creatures in the Feywild. So yeah.
So they're not as rare as we're probably thinking based off of our modern experience.
Right. So you guys are still inside the Crystal Citadel. As you can see that mostly it has been cleaned up. There has been repairs. You can see that the floating discs that were used to move people between floors have been replaced by actual ladders. Because magic is really kind of iffy at this point in time.
Mages are going to get some exercise in, right?
Yeah,
cardio.
They're going to get ripped.
Magic has been disturbed, is what you're telling me.
Magic has been disturbed. So what you know for a fact is wizard magic is unpredictable. Sorcerer magic has been completely cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually saw that actually happen, as at the time that the obelisk appeared, that one portal opened up and somebody came through it and it pretty much turned them to hamburger in front of you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that's really scary. The people who are unaffected are clerics. The clerics are unaffected. Paladins are unaffected. Bards are unaffected.
Bards are unaffected.
Yeah. But if it has something to do with what is it? Sound, they're okay on, but they are also affected like wizards are. It can be kind of unpredictable. So there's actually three things that can happen that they've already been seeing what'll happen to wizards. Either the spell will fizzle and kind of fail, or it really is not powerful enough. It can just act normally, or it can be turbocharged. And if it gets turbocharged, it gets really dangerous. Which is fine, I guess. I mean,
let's try it with a fireball.
Just depends on where you're at.
Exactly what I was thinking.
So a fireball could turn into something like it would be actually 3 times more powerful than it really is.
Oh, cool! I'm not seeing a downside to any of this.
Well,
it's a fire mage's pyromaniac dream. But like I said, if you cast a portal and it kind of fizzles out, you may not get as far as you wanted to go. It may send you somewhere else between the location you were at and the location you are now in. So
and this is again, guys, why I'm putting forward. We get the airship because it's not magical. It's based on nature. It's the safest thing available right now.
But it's susceptible to a fireball.
We don't know that yet. That's not been tested.
I still have the orb. I could call her Aristivarax. Can never say her name.
Aravistarax, yes.
That's Aravistarax.
I keep calling, what's his name, Moss Isley.
So I guess the question I have, you said a portal. So does that include those that have already been established, right? Kind of like what Yarn has been doing, going to.
Well,
okay, so it's just.
I've been doing 2 different things. One is teleport, which is, bip bip. And the other is the actual portals, which are based on a physical item. So if the portal, if that spell fizzles, I don't think that we go anywhere.
Right. Yeah. You just kind of like, you're just there and yeah. So as you
Yarn, if you think it's safe enough for, if we need to get to Pellak, which I find kind of weird that this happens and now we need to go to Pellak.
Sure, why not?
So as you all are standing around talking about this and discussing, as you all are finalizing your next step, you see a portal open. It looks as though the portal is flashing, like it's barely holding on to into the arcane the arcane energy that it's trying to draw from, but finally it actually stops flickering, and you can see someone tumbles through it and lands on the ground, probably about 15 feet away from you. And as you notice, is the person just kind of slumps and falls to the ground, and you realize it's Raven. And she looks really bad. I mean, she looks like something has attacked her.
Well, I will...
Kiffi, help!
Sure.
Oh, yes, Kiffi will render aid.
Ask her if she's okay.
Yeah. So you run over to her, you kind of turn her over so that you can actually make sure that she's breathing. She is breathing. She is conscious. She looks up at you, and you can see that it looks as though she has been scratched, like very viciously across the face. And you can see that she is kind of a little bloodied and of that nature. But she holds her hand out, but she doesn't seem to try to stand up. It looks as though she's just looking for somebody's hand to hold on to at this point in time.
I'll hold her hand.
Okay. So you all are standing around. Kiffi, you are down there. What are you doing?
I will assess her condition. Guess I'll do a medicine check here.
Okay.
I did one 24. Also.
Okay. All right. Good deal, guys. Okay, so it looks as though, from what you were able to tell, she has multiple lacerations. Also, it looks as though she may have a concussion. So, as you
Brian,
yes.
While they're rendering aid, I'm going to be assessing the portal that she made.
Okay.
The energies. I'm trying to figure out where'd she come from, any other parameters around that.
Okay.
What happened to the power? Was it overpower? I mean.
Yeah. It wasn't. It really wasn't a matter of being overpowered. You felt that there was probably enough power at the origination spot, but as she got closer to here, it was that energy was being siphoned away. So she had to pour a lot more into it, but she was able to get it to a point where it was safe to go through, and that's where she is right now.
Okay.
So Kiffi, what are you up to?
Anything? I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you spend some time. You have a couple of apprentices come over with a litter to kind of bear her upon, so that they could take her to some place a little more out of the way. And so there's like a room off to the side that you all can. It's more like a small meeting room where wizards and sorcerers and the like would get together and talk about spell components. The fun stuff that wizards like to do. And they get her in there, and you guys follow. and she just looks at she's looking up at you all. She finally speaks and says, "I was meditating, and Mortimer attacked me, and Tiny was able to save me. Thank the gods that Tiny was there." And you can see she's tearing up because obviously this was really traumatic for her. And you guys remember who Mortimer is? That was her skeleton butler.
Their skeleton.
Yeah. And Tiny was her clay golem. So, thank goodness, So
then, Brian.
Yeah.
Could her spell coming through, that's not a result of magical interference, could be just her running out of power trying to make the jump?
Well, from what Yarn was able to kind of figure out, there was probably enough power at her origination location, which was in the Vesvi. But once it opened up on this side, being that it was so close to that obelisk out there, that is where you think the siphon was occurring.
Okay.
Okay, so for folks in chat, Mortimer was the skeleton butler. Tiny is the clay golem. Yeah.
Okay.
The golem saved her life. So, and this is also, and this is also something else that you've also heard is that the undead or things that have been brought back are now feral. They're off the chain.
Well, that's going to mess up Raven's agenda.
Yeah, that really messes up Raven's agenda pretty hard. Necromancers are going to be very, very hard pressed. So, but yeah, so you work on her for a little bit. I guess you're going to, cast some healing, and finally, she starts to look a lot better. She's finally able to sit in a chair and talk with you all. And she says that, well, there was an obelisk that had been reported to me much further to the south than the Vesvi, but I didn't understand what it meant until Mortimer had attacked me. She says,
"What do you know?"
Unfortunately, I know about as much as you all know. I'm not sure why this is occurring. I gather your mission to the Elven Lands was a success, so that's good.
That's a good
point.
point.
I'd given her the update when I sent the mouse.
Yeah. So
it's a good bet that's happening in the Elven Lands as well.
Probably, but I don't know. I have really no context there, so I think once you're able to get to a place where you can either go yourself or send word, it might be worth it. But as far as what this is doing, I just know that any of my creations are now completely outside of my control, other than Tiny. Thank goodness.
What we're seeing is just magic as they cast it is being affected, or are we talking about even using magic items, like were you to read a scroll with that?
Yeah, it doesn't seem that scroll usage or wand usage or staff usage is being affected because there is arcane energies trapped within either the words of the scroll or within the build of the wand or
So it's
staff.
the position of that energy that
Yeah.
seems to be going. They have to overcome the siphoning of the obelisk to gather that energy.
Right.
Now, what about sorcery? What's going on here?
Okay, so what is happening with sorcerers? Because the sorcerers are actually pulling their power directly from the universe itself. It's not like a wizard who is using books that have power within them. These people are completely cut off. And so right now you have sorcerers who have no power whatsoever. They are completely they just have they have no abilities.
That's interesting, Raven. So can they still utilize magic items?
Yes. Yeah, they can still use magic items because, like I said before, the arcane energy that is in these items themselves are unaffected. So there is still that. But yeah. But of course, if they do use these items, we don't know what can actually happen. From what we've heard, there should not be. They have not been have not been affected. So this is a good thing for most of us. Thank goodness I am a wizard. I don't know what I would be able. I don't know how I would be very helpful in a situation where if I was not.
Interesting.
Theory crap. Let's. All right, we have sorcerers are not able to access their power because they draw it from the universe.
Mm-hmm.
We have items which will work naturally.
Mm-hmm.
That we think will work naturally. We haven't tested it.
Yeah.
Wizards, it seems may have to overcome the siphoning power. Something about that. What do you think would happen if I took the bag of holding and put it over the obelisk and tried to swallow it with the bag?
I want to be at least 180 feet away.
Your backup character is ready, right?
Oh, yeah.
You just see you electrocuting yourself as it's sliding down the obelisk.
Raven looks at you and says,
"We shouldn't play with those obelisks anymore."
Yeah, Kiffi's like, "I'm out." But Raven just looks at you and says, "I don't think that would be a wise idea. I think what would end up happening is that the bag itself might actually be destroyed, and all of its energies, all of its magical properties will be siphoned away."
Yeah, I'm going with a no on that one.
How do we? Again, it's like we need to take the obelisk and move it, like a planar shift to someplace else. Now, is that something that
I can try and hit it with disintegrate?
Cleric could do?
I was thinking if Kiffi, I'm not sure if you have the power, but I could see if we can find somebody at the Church of Heironious. Maybe the Archbishop could help.
I do have that power. I'm a little dubious about how it would work.
Yeah. And I mean, you also got to think, if this is just one of these things, who knows how many more are out there?
Then we can work on trying to take two. And then we can work on the next one. And the next one. That's the...
You just want the adventure to last. 10 years later, I think we're almost done with this one last obelisk.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have that much time.
A point where we have the acolytes start doing some work.
You're
Can't hear you.
this soft game. Let's not do that.
Okay. So you've stabilized Raven. She's in much better. She is going to try and find local lodgings to kind of finish her recuperation and see if there's anything that she can actually do here at the Mystic or at the what is it? Well, gosh, what did I call it? Crystal Citadel. Yeah. So that's kind of her plan. Even though she's not very well known here, and usually necromancy is kind of frowned upon, you can see that others are definitely willing to take on another person who is willing to help, even if she is one who dabbles in more darker arts.
We all right. I wonder the mining ventures that might start from here. I wonder if any of the dwarves are about.
Well,
I want to try to tackle this thing physically.
Well,
by
right now, most people are trying to help those whose houses caught on fire or crumbling masonry and buildings that were affected by the earthquake.
Well, it's so 2 days later. I get that they're well into their cycle of helping people, but we're trying to think about that forward. How do we help people more? Because this city is built on
rock and roll. Sorry.
Yeah, I put myself on mute so I don't say stupid shit like that, just so you guys can, for the record.
It was the DM's turn.
But that's all I'm doing. I'm not expecting instantaneous acquisition, but I'm spitballing with my fellows here what they might think. I don't know. We need to remove the effect of the obelisk, or remove the obelisk, or somehow find a way to get to its source. Why? All those things. I don't, sitting here and running away, that's not something we can do, because we don't know that we can run away.
Well, remember,
I wasn't even considering running away. I was just figuring out how to get to Pellak.
Not on my dartboard. I've got a bunch of other shit to do.
What was the call from Pellak? Remind me, sorry.
So the message that was given to Bilius, who delivered it to you all, was that Vitram Harefoot needed to see you as soon as possible.
ASAP at what is it, Miss Plum's?
And he didn't say why. He just said he needed to see us.
He needed to see you, and it was urgent. He did not. There was no specifics to it.
Well, this is our assassin / spy master. I think we probably should go see him.
I'm thinking that's probably a really good idea, which was why I was trying to figure out how we're getting to Pellak.
I think it's a good idea, but right now I would like to stabilize at least one place in the world.
I don't think we have the power to do that.
I think it has been amply demonstrated that we do not. So,
Timble, I really appreciate your enthusiasm, but maybe as a whole, the conclave, the churches, who probably have far much greater knowledge than us together, may be able to figure something out. I don't think we can do anything here.
Well, That's
We'll
how
take
you guys.
Reagan with us if she wants to go.
That will be an offer.
Okay. She's more than willing to go with. That is totally up to you guys. What she might be able to do, and this is something that might work out pretty well. Yarn, being that if you are going to be opening up, are you're opening up a portal or teleporting?
Portal.
Okay, so maybe she can also lend her powers to you. And
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, yeah, because let's say this would give you a greater chance of success.
Thank you.
So that might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Okay.
This is also going to my place of power, so
Yes. Yeah, because I figured you guys are going to go right to your wizard tower at Castle Oversight.
yes.
Cool. Okay, that's a great idea. Okay. So, is that the plan?
Looks like the plan is to Gaffad.
Okay. So,
I take the boat.
You take the point? Okay.
The airship.
Okay. So
I'll be the last one through the portal. How's that?
No, I will be the last one through the portal because I close it as I come back through.
yeah, that's been his modus operandi for the most part. Okay.
Well,
so Yarn, I need you to make a percentile check for me, please.
Ooh, here we go.
And what kind of percentile?
You just roll it, and I will be the
1
judge.
to 100.
Yep. 1d100.
23.
Okay, so it is, unfortunately, you don't have enough power sufficiently, and that is why now Raven is going to also roll, and let's see what she gets. Let me pull up some dice. Dice. 1d100. Okay, and what did she get? Okay, so she got an 85. Okay, so being that she's helping you, not giving away, so you now have more than enough sufficient power to get to where you need to go. So the portal opens. It does seem to flash at first, but then you see Raven also is also concentrating on it as you both are standing there. You see that it solidifies. It looks great. The light is correct, and then everybody starts to move through. Correct?
Scamper.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys are moving through as fast as you can, the first people who come through, you immediately appear in Pellak inside the wizard tower there at Castle Oversight. At the end, Raven steps through. About the same time that you do, Yarn, so that you guys can continue the power. But then once she gets through and you get through and everybody is present and accounted for, she drops her power, and then you are able to drop yours.
Okay.
I'll look out. I'm going to look out. Kelex is going to look out the window. You got windows, right, Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some nice windows. Actually, I think this. Yeah, he's got good windows.
It's almost all the way around.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to open up, and you can see that Pellak has sustained some obvious damage. There is crumbling masonry. You can see that there's some buildings that had obviously burned. You do not seem to see one of the pillars or one of the obelisks. You don't see one of those.
Oh, good. I'm happy with that. All right. So, do we all want to go see Vitrum, or do we want to send representatives to go see Vitrum?
Oh, let's all go. We'll have a party.
I gotta split the party.
But I don't want to for Vitrum.
I don't think everyone's gone.
I don't think
know
that you met him, right?
Yeah. What's that?
If he needs a drink, he is going to Madame Plum's, no matter what.
Well, yeah.
If Kiffi's doing drinking, that's where Lord Tomas is going.
If we're going drinking, let's go.
I'll catch up. Actually, I think Kelex wants to go check on the church.
Okay.
So we're splitting the party.
Again. I won't be long.
Again.
Just try not to get anybody killed, okay? You know,
Including you.
Like myself. Third time's the charm.
Okay. So
Yeah, one of these times it's going to stick.
You.
Okay, so Kelex will go ahead and take care of yours first, and then we'll deal with Madame Plum's. So as you head out of the tower, you're immediately greeted by two guards of Bissell who immediately come to attention, render a salute, and ask if there's anything that they can do for the legendary Lord General Kelex Zelenen.
You got something nose on there, soldier.
it's back in the back.
I asked him report, how's the city faring?
It said, well, your lordship, it does seem that we had an issue with an earthquake 2 days ago. The city is, of course, secure. The Margrave is fine. He is,
good to hear it.
I know at this point in time, he is in Thornwood, fighting against an undead, a group of undead, almost like an undead army that has risen up from the many graves that obviously had been created by the past war. So we are kind of we find ourselves almost in the same situation we were a year ago. But luckily for us, the Ket are no longer our enemies, and the armies of Ket are marching with us to defeat this undead scourge.
Actually, glad to hear it. Now, where was
sure of that?
Oh, Thornwood's okay. It was on the border. Okay, on the border. Okay.
Yeah, you guys have been to Thornwood a long time ago.
It was that border town or border city.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Where we made our first death saving throws.
That is true.
Are we sure, though, Brian, that the armies of the Ket are marching with us and not maybe secretly?
Well, let's see. Unfortunately, you're not there because Kelex is chatting with them. So, but Kelex, you feel that this is probably true and right, because you had also seen how the Empress Ela Alzar and the Margrave were during the meeting of the armistice signing.
Smoochy.
Yeah, they seem to be quite close. So you're thinking that maybe something has occurred over the months that has definitely solidified a union. But you're not sure yet.
I asked, is the Chancellor here?
Yes.
And not you, Timble, sorry. Can you, I can't remember her name.
Okay, that was Pliny von Mundrik.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pliny. Can you ask the Chancellor to meet me at the Church of Heironious? I'm heading there to go check on it, but I'd like to speak with her.
Of course, Lord General. We will make sure to have her sent there immediately. And they immediately walk off. Well, one stays to guard the door. The other one walks away. Okay.
Right, head to the church.
Really,
Okay.
it's good that we split the parties because Tomas would be quite jealous of all the affectation.
Wouldn't be able to get him to shut up, so.
Oh, I'm always available to pick it up.
And calling you, Lord General and different than he would be. Oof.
So, so you head off to the church. It doesn't, of course, take you too long to get there. You can see that the new the new church facade has not been damaged in any way. Obviously, the masons who were working on this after the dragon after the dragon destroyed the first church, has definitely held up. You are able to walk inside, and of course you're greeted by an acolyte who shows you around, and of course calls forth another acolyte. Goes and gets the priest, and he walks up and says, "Oh, yeah, Lord Kelex, welcome back. It has been some time. I see.
It has. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I see that you're well.
Yep. Yes, I'm definitely feeling better.
And your friends?
We're all still alive, thank goodness.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Yes.
We stopped here on the way. I'm trying just trying to see how things are going here. Any strange ongoings in the last couple of days, maybe?
Unfortunately,
besides what's happened around.
Yeah. Oh, other than that, than the earthquake and the problems with arcane power. No, it was before then and after the earthquake. We haven't had too many issues. Of course, we don't have a lot of magic users here, but I mean we do have a small group. Of course, I know that Lord Yarn would, of course, probably be more affected by it than anyone else. But no, other than that.
Well, thank Heironious, he was able to get us here from Greyhawk. So,
yes.
So it's thankful. I want to relate to him exactly kind of what happened in Greyhawk City. Mm-hmm. Explaining the obelisk, because obviously there's not one here, so they may, not understand what's taking place. I do look at him and said, I think the church is definitely going to be more needed now than ever, because of the lacking of power from our arcane brothers. So definitely be needed more. So just wanted to.
I know that. The Hierophant had said that you had been away for some time, but are you aware of this? And he reaches behind him and he pulls out a flyer that bears the stamp and seal of the Hierophant himself, which has been, he says, this has been distributed to every church and every temple. Are you aware? And he shows it to you. And as you look at it, you realize it is a call for paladins. They are actually forming a religious order, a military religious order. So it's
just glad it wasn't a wanted poster.
No, it's actually, to you, it's exciting. This is something that you have been kind of like, this might be something that eventually we may need. And it seems as though the Hierophant has tapped into that, into that calling. And
does it say where they're gathering?
It actually says that within a month's time that they will be forming this organization in Greyhawk. So, but it's only dated a few days before you're reading it. So you still there's plenty of time.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for that. I'm very, very happy to see that they're taking action. Mm-hmm. But I will leave you to your duties. I must go speak with the Chancellor before meeting up with my friends again. So thank you, brother, for your help.
So as you're getting ready to walk out, you see Pliny von Mundrik walks through the front door, and she raises a hand in greeting and said, Lord General, welcome back. I heard that you needed to see me.
Chancellor, how's the title holding up?
I'm about ready to hand it back. I believe most likely, I think Master Timble would probably be much better than I. I know he was able to weather the storms of war here. And unfortunately, after the war stopped, it's just not as exciting as I was expecting it to be.
Well, you may want to speak with him. I think he's actually missing it.
She laughs and she says, "I know that if I bring it up to him, he will probably try to strangle me. So I am not willing to lose that type of friendship." So,
it's a shame. You're right. He did a excellent job.
Yes.
So
what else can I
cannot tally long. I must go meet up with friends, and I'll just explain to her kind of the same thing. It's just what I told the priest about the obelisk showing up in Greyhawk, and apparently they're showing up all over the land. So they may want to keep an eye out as I don't know. We have guards and roving rangers doing whatever they do, just to keep an eye out for those things, and do not approach or touch them.
She says, "We have been very fortunate that none have appeared here in Bissell, but I was told that one had appeared in Lopola, which is in the capital of Ket, and has been quite a thorn in their side, unfortunately."
Okay.
But
so none in Bissell. I find that interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So
okay.
You're going to make your way to Madame Plum's? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so the rest of you already went ahead and headed off to Madame Plum's, if I remember correct? Yes? No,
yeah.
Maybe so? Okay, cool. Alrighty, so yeah, as you all kind of just make your way, part ways, and you finally do go out past the gate into the suburbs kind of beyond the castle itself and the city walls. And once again, you find yourself outside of Madame Plum's. For those people who do not know Madame Plum's, I think almost everybody, I don't know, not every one of you had actually made it to Madame Plum's before. You're not familiar with this. It looks like a hole in the wall. It's what you would consider like a dive bar kind of looking place. It's dark, it's dingy. The windows probably haven't been cleaned in probably decades. There's a swinging sign, off of the porch, it's Madame Plum's. And so you walk in, again, it's kind of dingy. You are immediately, you're approached by what you can only believe is probably Madame Plum herself. She immediately recognizes recognizes Timble and Grenna, because you guys have actually been here before. And she says, I guess you all are here to see Vitram?
Yes.
Okay. She looks down at you, Timble.
But I don't know that I can see him without wetting my whistle. It's been quite a dry travel.
Oh, well, of course. And so she walks back behind the bar and brings out a cask of the good stuff and starts to pour each of you a drink. So each of you get like it's kind of like a shot glass, about maybe 2 fingers, 3 fingers, whatever. And she said, of course, it's on the house. Compliments of the Harefoots. So she looks down at you, Timble, and says, "I'm sure you know the way, sir."
Yep.
Okay. So you
go to the back, go past the guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you end up doing the knock, and the door swings open, and as you do so, you see this very imposing man dressed in black is there, and he kind of ushers you all into this little room, where he says, "Of course, you all know the drill, or have you not been told by his lordship?"
I'm back.
Okay. So the man in black says, said, has the master, or has his lordship told you the drill?
The drill?
Yes. As he opens up the large chest sitting in the room, and he says, "Weapons."
You mean you want my weapons?
Weapons in the chest. You know the drill.
I gotta give him the weapons.
He just smiles at you. He says, "Yeah, your lordship, I'm glad you remember." So, and so, is everyone handing over their weapons?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Kiffi is a weapon, so with
Okay.
or without the hammer.
Yeah. He's a weapon with or without it. Yeah. Okay. So I guess everybody is following the rules, which is good.
What do they consider weapons?
Anything bladed, blunt, anything like a staff.
You wouldn't separate old man from his walking stick, would you?
Oh,
Yes.
He just looks at you, because you're kind of on the same level as him. You're kind of tall, and he just says, "No exceptions, sir."
And then I'm going to go back and sit in the bar.
Okay. So there you go. You head on back out, and you grab your staff, and you head on back out. Okay, easy enough. Everybody else?
Yeah, Tomas will put his sword and his dagger in there.
Okay, very good. All right, so
I put everything in there but my bola.
okay, and Grenna, you're doing the same?
sure.
Okay, cool. All righty, so you all walk in, or as he closes the chest, you can see that it is magically sealed. And he opens the door. And beyond, once again, for those people who've been here, you see the same sort of setup as before. There are many people walking around. You see from all different races. You see tables where people are talking about criminal activities. Some are looking at maps, some are looking at some other things, but once again, in the center of the room, further to the back, sits Vitram Harefoot, master assassin and thief.
Do I have to roll a perception to see and identify people at the table with him?
Well, he's not at the table. He's sitting on his kind of makeshift throne that you all have seen before. And of course, there's a scantily clad half-elven woman just kind of sitting on one of the arms of the chair.
I forget her name.
Yeah, I did too. How dare you, sir?
She's quite important then.
Yeah.
Princess Leia.
She's important she's important at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So Vitram sees you all walk in, and he immediately stands up and closes the distance. And as he gets near, he puts his hand out to shake yours, Timble, and he says, Timble, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. How goes things?
Splendid until 2 days ago.
Yes, it does seem that our magical friends seem to be having some troubles. On top of that, this undead scourge that has just seemed to have popped up out of nowhere seems to be quite disturbing. And that is only one of the reasons why I asked you to come. It seems as though we have somebody here who wants to speak with your group. And he looks around real quick and he says, "You're missing. Where's Kelex? Where is Kelex? Where's his lordship?"
He will be along shortly, and just let me know, and I'll do kind of sign. Is it someone
Thieves
short?
can't?
Yeah, and thieves can, but is it someone short who waits for us? Danger?
I would say most likely, probably not dangerous, but there is definitely a possibility. I didn't spend a lot of time with this person, and I'm really, it would probably be better if you just go in. I think I've said too much, and you can see that
I don't have weapons.
You can see that he looks worried.
I don't have weapons, so I kind of feel,
well,
we're walking into.
You should also be count yourself very fortunate they don't have weapons either.
I like you.
Hey.
So
this is
and I know you're on a tight ship.
This is a neutral place, and this is where they thought that it would probably be best to talk with you. But the one person that they definitely wanted to see was Kelex.
Good timing then.
Yeah.
So then we wait for him.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are you guys are given leave to kind of just walk around and check things out. You're out there getting sauced on the good stuff, having a good old time. And probably about 20 minutes after you've arrived, Kelex walks in and sees you sitting there at the bar on your third shot. And you've been talking with Madam Plum for probably about that same amount of time. And but the rest of you guys are inside Vitram's lair. You're inside Vitram's lair, and you are getting a chance to kind of walk around and see what people are talking about. Some are talking about the undead. Some are talking about plundering some ancient tombs. You have others who are setting up a crime syndicate in a different part of the Flanness. So you're taking all of this in, and also it's kind of impressive how much power Vitram actually has, because all of these people are obviously in his employ. So it's really impressive to see, because this is probably just like his inner sanctum of people. He probably has maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of cut purses and murderers out there just doing things to make him wealthy. So you're not really too sure.
Kelex isn't there.
I know how much we paid him for information and heads. So yeah. I know I've got a grasp of his organization.
You could probably guess that he is probably the wealthiest, if not the wealthiest halfling on Earth. Most likely might even be closest to the most wealthiest person who is not of some royal line. He's just a common guy who
deals in human trafficking.
Oh yeah, no, he is definitely not. He's not scared to dip his toe into some really nefarious shit. This is
my true form, Uncle.
So, like I said, 20 minutes after you all had arrived, Kelex finally does show up. Kelex, you walk in, and immediately, Kelex, you realize. Give me a perception check real quick, just to see if it's something you pick up on.
I just want to. I don't know if everybody saw my first, setup roll as we log in and stuff like that. Was a crit, much like my last first roll at the last session. So we know how this is going to go, right? I get it out of the way, and then I roll like shit. So
yeah, well, that's good.
There you go.
Okay. So yeah, you rolled a crit. It was a crit success, right? Not a crit failure.
No crit for when I first log in and you test your token.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I had written. Okay, hold on for a minute.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how you do. Oh,
see? Yes.
It's a 2.
It never fails. Never fails. Jeez.
Okay, so forget about that. All right, so yeah. Vitram walks back up, gathers you all together, and says, okay, well, I think it's time. And so he walks back to, it looks as though it's just some sort of blank wall. And as he does so, he reaches out and you see him push one of the stones. And as it does so, it parts and opens up into another completely different room. And you can see that this room is very dimly lit. So anybody who has dark vision, low light vision, things of that nature, it's actually more comforting to you. But you all walk in and you can see that there is a long table in here. It's a room that's similarly sized as the room you just came out of, but there's a lot of candles. And there's a long table, and sitting on the other side of this table is a hooded figure who is seated there. You cannot see the face of this person, but you also pick up on the presence that there are other people in the room that are not being stealthy, but they are definitely they're hiding in the shadows. And
me and Yarn are still up in the bar, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no. Yarn is still at the bar. You are inside Kelex with the party.
Oh, okay. They gathered me up.
Yeah, you've been gathered.
Okay.
You've been grabbed.
And they didn't take my sword.
Well, actually, no. They did not take your sword. Interesting. I need you to make another perception check with advantage this time.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to give me some help. I appreciate that, Brian.
Yeah, you need it.
I definitely, I do.
So sad. Oh, okay, much better. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, the 16 really, really helped. So as you step into the room, of course, you hear the door, the stone once again scraping as it closes behind you. Vitram is still here with you.
I'm on my guard.
But you feel your sword is kind of vibrating. You realize that is an indication that whatever is in this room is extremely evil. And so Vitram points to the chairs that are on the opposite side of the table from the hooded figure. And you all take your seats. Once everybody is seated, Vitram looks over to the hooded figure and says, "My lady, they are assembled." And as you hear those words, you see these dark fingers, dark like night, as she brings her hood back.
What's your name?
And you are staring in the face of Adra.
My sword comes out.
Vitram immediately grabs your arm and says, "Lord Kelex, she's unarmed."
No, she's not.
I would say that she's just as dangerous as she is, whether she has a weapon or not.
She keeps her focus upon you, Kelex, and says, "Lord Kelex, you have nothing to fear from me this day. I ask that you stay your blade."
You have a lot to fear from me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What about those you have hiding?
Well, they are also unarmed.
And they can sit at the table too.
And so she just looks to the left and the right, and she says, "Ladies, you heard the invitation, as 8 Drow Shadow Blades take the remaining seats. They're all staring at you with their bright blood red fiery red eyes as they look at each one of you. You do not see it looks as though it doesn't look as there's malice on their faces. It's just cold detachment. But Adra says, Lord Kelex, please, a moment of your time.
I will not guarantee my hand will stay much longer. Then he sits down. You may speak.
Thank you. It says, I know this is difficult for you. And I know that the hatred which burns inside of you for me is unquenchable. But as you know, there is a problem here. A very dark force is siphoning the very magic from this land. It's not just affecting the people on the surface, but it is also affecting my people. We have seen this coming. I know that you have prophecies that you have seen and have fulfilled, but we too have seers. Did you not? You may not believe this, but our meeting in Zyph was foretold. Your death at my hand was foretold. The demon that you carried, there was a reason for it, because we saw this coming. And I knew that when the demon was freed from you upon your second death, I knew it was time to come here. Do you believe these things?
Just give me a second here. I don't know if you see me, but I'm red right now. I'm even angry. You're doing a great job, Brian. I'm freaking. I gotta take my coat. I'm like hot, burn it up. It's like, oh, I'm gonna kill this bitch. All right. And he looks at her cold and and this cold stare back, and it says, why should I believe you, and what makes you think that you're not the cause of all this?
Because I am affected by it. The powers that I wielded against you when we met in Zyph, I have been cut off. My people have been cut off from their power.
This is a bad thing. How?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't see any. Yeah, I guess there's some good in evil.
You do understand that now that the light of your sun has been quenched for a time by the eclipse, that the undead are now running amok in your lands as well as my subterranean homeland.
What do you offer? Why are you here?
This could be advantageous for us both. I offer you 2 things. I know that Bissell and her allies and the other nations here will need help fighting the undead. My sisters are willing to do what we can to aid you now that the sun is no longer burning our skin once we come to the surface. I can offer you soldiers to help fight the undead. But here is the thing that I offer that I feel is more apt, which I believe that you would want more than anything on this planet. I have seen what you've lost, and it was my fault. But I can offer you your heart's desire. If
Yes, I'm just going to raise Melda from the dead for you.
If you
Here's your
remember,
own corpse bride.
I'm not there, remember?
if you remember, you were in a dark place before, were you not, when I took your life? You know
I
this.
remember.
You know this
I
place.
remember.
I don't think this line of thought is going to help you as much as you think it will.
And so why is that? Why do you feel that way, Lady Babbleboots?
So you're offering your life.
No, not mine. I will still walk amongst my people once this is all said and done. But I do know how this plays out. And I know how it will end. And I know that there is only one of you who is going to be able to make everything right. And I'm putting all of my gold on Lord Kelex. But as I said, I can offer you your heart's desire. I can return what you lost.
You play a
You're
dangerous
talking
game.
Circles around this. Why don't you just say it? What are you going to do? Melda died.
Yes, she did. But that doesn't have to mean forever. Search your heart. Search your heart, Kelex. You know that I can do this, but I can't do this without you.
Search your feelings, Luke. You know it to be true.
You play a dangerous game, Drow. Why should I trust you? You're asking to raise my love from the dead to be some corpse without a soul.
No, that is not true. The power I wield, the powers I know that could return her, would not just return her as a soulless corpse. No, she would return complete.
Are you saying that she's in the same place that I was once?
Yes. She is not at rest.
Can I get a perception on sense motive? Can she do it?
From
You
what?
really got to roll for that?
No, I mean, does she believe she has this power is what I'm trying to get, right?
You're thinking that she has vast powers when it comes to the Shadow Realm, where if she was able to imprison Kelex there, Melda would have been easy. Kelex is more... He has more of a, not a grasp, but a tether to the divine, where Melda did not. So you do believe that she does have this power.
Okay.
But you also kind of believe, too, that without the ability, without the arcane tether that she has, that she would be able to do, wouldn't be able to do this at all. But she feels that you, the party, Kelex specifically, would be the one to be able to restore that. She continues, she says, I know it is very hard for you to believe me. But trust me, our seers were the ones who told us where the elven prince would be when we captured him. That is how we were able to take him so easily. We knew that you would come to rescue him. There's no reason to lie. Yes. I
that we know of.
I made sure that the prophecy that my seers foretold came to pass. But now it is out of my hands. It is now in yours.
So what is it that I am supposed to do?
You will travel.
No, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait. What? Tell us what you know. What's going on? We know from our side. What's going on that you see? What's the source of this? What does your prophets tell you?
Well, there is a god who is siphoning the arcane power from the land, its people, its magical places. That we do not know. But we do know that there is a place where he is gathering this power, and once he is able to use it in its entirety, he will level this world. At this point in time, those obelisks that you see, the ones dotting the surface, are gathering the power. Once it starts to move the power to his location, then time will be short. We do not know how long that is going to take. We know that the obelisks are gathering the power. And once it starts the transfer, you will have no more than 3 days to get to where you need to be. A dark place. And there you shall find the creature that is causing all of our ills.
How old are you?
How old am I? What a strange question.
You don't ask a lady that.
Yeah. She just
not
looks
a lady.
She just looks at you, Kelex, and says, I was not expecting that type of questioning. And she looks back at you,
Timble. How old are you?
Why does it matter?
How long have you been around?
It said, at this point in time, I wish I still had my powers. And she just gives you this very cold, icy stare.
I'm going someplace with. I'm not just sitting here trying to punk you or insult you. I'm asking a question. How long have you been around?
If it must be, then I shall tell you. 1,275 years I've been on this planet.
So what does your gut say when it comes to the God that's doing this? You've got this vast experience. Tell me, what does your gut tell you? Who? Ayuz?
No, he is of little significance to the drow. It is something more archaic, more ancient. I think there are those on the surface who have dealt with him before. We do not know his name. We do not know his place. We just know of what is to become, what is to come.
And it's a god.
I would look to the elves of this land. Maybe they know more. She looks and looks around and says, where is your wizard? All I see is this elf, this necromancer here. As as Raven just gives her a very wide stare, a wide look. And she says,
he was parch.
It's a shame. Let it be known that he holds something that will aid you in your ability to find this location. Do not let him forget it.
The compass.
But you will only be able to use it once the transfer starts.
Again, to my question, and what is it that you need me to do?
I figured it was pretty.
One.
It would be pretty easy to figure out, Lord Kelex.
I thought there was something specific. So
no, restore the arcane weave. That is all we ask, and for that, you shall have your heart's desire.
All of us, or just him?
Just Kelex.
I'm taking it. Sorry. I kind of looked at my friends a bit. Get a sense of how they're feeling about this. Grenna, how are you looking? Nonplussed?
At this point, what have we got to lose other than your soul?
Kiffi?
Well, I mean, we're fighting evil. If we're helping evil along the way of fighting evil, it's kind of a wash as far as I'm concerned.
I think Kelex would wholeheartedly agree. So
we can always kill her later.
Wouldn't be fun if I just, if she was defenseless. No, I'm sorry. That was out of character.
Okay.
Or Tomas?
I'm sitting here trying to figure out all the options that would really piss off Yarn before I make my decision.
I'm so glad we matured in our 2-year quest.
Is that the rubric you're using?
This leveling up makes you mature.
Yeah.
That bar is so low.
I'm with you. Even though I don't get my heart's greatest desire.
You're a married man.
A wife, a kid.
Timble?
I say gut the bitch and let's carry on.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, we could be having this as a thought bubble thing without them hearing it because we have that psychic ability.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, sure. So he kind of looks back toward the drow. Yarn, I don't know if you're just permanently happy or you're frozen. Okay, sorry.
I'm always permanently happy. I'm permanently happy.
I was like, that's getting creepy.
Oh.
Did you want to say something before you?
Oh, yeah.
But you're not even in the room. You don't get any say. Shh.
Yeah. I mean, all you're doing.
Woman.
Is he in range for our mental communication?
Unfortunately, no.
However, when Kelex walked into the back room, you never came back to me.
Well, I figured you were drinking and talking with Madam Plum.
Well, I cast Scry on a Kelex.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, you were able to see all the things that were transpiring in the room. You saw that once the hood came off, it was indeed the drow sorceress Edra.
Okay.
Right.
Don't I have a chance to detect that we're being scried upon?
Yeah, he can do a wisdom save at -5, but
yeah, with my roll.
He's like, on the whole room.
Why do we even need a -5? So I'm going to look back at the drow and just kind of stare at her. Oh, go on.
Like I said, I think we should gut the bitch, but we need more information. I don't know how we can come to an end to where we can trust her information. I mean, it's just because we're sitting here and she says so. in the light of what's going on. I mean, they certainly could be a part of it.
I agree. And as she had said, there are other prophecies, our own prophecies, and maybe it's something we need to look into.
Certainly. We have to corroborate that, find some way of identifying, is she speaking truth? We have
specifically who this is might be, right?
No reason to trust her.
Oh, I totally don't trust her.
None. And that's a problem when she wants to enter into a arrangement with us.
And I'm just going to point out, twice in one day we've now heard of troops that were fighting against us before now want to fight for us. We've got the drow wanting to come up and just get naturalized. Next thing you know, it's going to be nips in the wire and we're all fucked. So,
when they said God and turned down the whole ooze thing, I'm what other god could it be?
It could be law. That's my guess.
Best not be
y'all have
little halfling from another world is a god. That
True.
Shit had transpire.
Y'all have forgotten one thing. The tears of Vecna.
Oh, I haven't forgotten.
Vecna's a god.
That's what we're facing, is that.
No, it can't be that because I know for a fact the kids on Stranger Things are going to take care of Vecna.
Okay, it can't be that because you didn't come up with the idea?
No, the kids on Stranger Things are going to take out Vecna.
Okay.
All right, so I slowly look up to the drow.
Vecna.
Vecna.
Say it. See what she does.
I will agree to your terms on once we have restored the weave. I want Melda back. Not just for me. I'm now even more angry to think that she's suffering as much as I have suffered while in that domain. And I just assumed she had seen peace. On your help, stay in your holes. We do not want it. Using evil for good is not just.
Then so be it. If that is your wish, then we will abide by what you desire. So, of course, upon the restoration of the weave, I will make good on my promise. I know that my promise means very little to you, but the power that has been stripped from me because of this disturbance within the arcane weave, it is the best that I can offer a hero that could possibly vanquish this foe.
And if you are lying, excuse me, if you are lying, and I will find you, and there will be retribution that you will have never faced before.
I would expect nothing less.
Are we done here?
I believe we are. She stands.
Who are they?
As do her sisters.
Who are your sisters?
They're the Shadow Blades.
Yeah, they are my bodyguards.
Your bodyguards? Have they names?
Shut the hell up.
Okay, teleport incendiary cloud.
What are their names? God forbid, if you ever run a damn game, I am going to just be an ass. Oh, what's the name?
When it comes to
Oh, hey, what's the name of that fucking rock over there?
I'm as soon as we're done here, I'm sketching and I'm gathering their faces. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Kelex is leaving, going up, and he's going to have a stiff drink.
Okay. So, Kelex, as you're walking out, of course, the drow are waiting for you all to exit the room before they make their exit. And Raven walks up next to you and looks as Vitram opens up the stone wall, and she says, "That was intense. I didn't expect you to have to face off. You were very, very brave and also extremely even-handed with her. I don't know how you're able to hold yourself together knowing what you know now." And she just lightly touches you on the shoulder and says, "Whatever I can do to help you, to free Melda, because she was my friend, I will do whatever I can to help you."
Thank you, Lady Raven. And he just takes a shot of something, whatever was in front of him.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are now upstairs in Madame Plum's.
Did the drow follow us out?
No, they did not. You're kind of thinking that maybe they have a subterranean passage that they may have left through. They did not.
As I'm walking,
I can't see good from having those.
Oh, you can't. You can't.
So would I have had an opportunity while we're standing there waiting and everybody's getting ready to leave, like to look at, because she said they're her bodyguards. I said, can I do like a sleight of hand and try and get a hair? I'm going to get a piece of one of them.
A piece of one of them?
Like, you have a stray of hair. Hey, you got a web on you, and kind of pick it off like that. Ooh, do you guys really like spiders?
Okay, so are you asking them questions, or are you just trying to reach over and grab some loose hair?
Yeah.
Okay, they don't talk to you, but you are able to get off of one. It looks like there is like a silver, like a platinum silver hair that is on her tunic.
The Mystic Syndicate podcast is the creation of independent producer and host Brian Anderson. Our players are Ed as Sir Thomas Waverly, Mike G. Pav as Sir Kelex Zelenen, Melinda as Grenna Babbleboots, Russ as Járngrímur, Mike as Kiffi Blackhammer, and Glenn as Timble Snivenblaven. You can visit our podcast page at tmsyndicate.podbean.com. You can also leave a comment and subscribe to our X page at TMSYND. You can also watch our live shows on YouTube at www.youtube.com at The Mystic Syndicate.